Hey, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Scott. What you're gonna find here is a lot of DIY things. I'm a contractor and I do a lot of different projects, but this project specifically is a dream I've had for a long time. We're gonna be building a big shop, and I'm gonna take you through this process from getting the financing to planning where you put it to each step in the building process. I encourage you guys to hang out on the channel with me, follow along. If you have any comments, drop them down below. I'll be glad to answer any of them. Any input you have for me, I'd be glad to hear that too. I'm gonna be breaking these videos down into a whole bunch of different videos. That way we're not doing any one really long video. So subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications button so you don't miss any of it, and let's get started. Hey guys, I'm back with another project for you. This one's going to be a big one. I am building a shop. I'm in the preliminary stages. I haven't drawn anything up yet. So far, all I have done is I've went to the bank. I've checked out financing for it. That's my plan. I'm going to go ahead and finance it. So I talked to the bank last week, and I'll tell you what they said, because this is probably relevant to a lot of people. Now, I own my house. It's paid for. So what they think is the best way for me to get financing for this is to go through and get a home equity loan, which is, it's a loan basically on the equity of your house. The reason that is the best way to do it is because they said that the interest rates are going to be a little lower. They told me, now I have pretty good credit, they told me that the interest rate on a loan, the size of what I'm wanting to get, and I'll go ahead and tell you, it is probably going to be between $50,000 and $100,000, somewhere in that range. I want to make sure that I've got enough money to do everything I want to do on the shop. So I've still got to put together a plan on exactly how much I need. But they said that the interest rates on that would be somewhere between 5.5% and 6% right now. The reason I want to tell you that is because when I go ahead and apply for the loan, I want to see how far off they are on what their interest rates will be, because a lot of times I've been told they'll be a certain rate, and then they end up being 2-3 points higher than what they said. So we're going to find out exactly what the rate is here in a future video, and we'll compare that and see if they were accurate or not. So like I say, I'm in the very preliminary steps of building this shop. The first thing I've got to do is kind of figure out about where I want it. Now, I haven't drawn up the plans for it yet, but I know about what dimensions I want it to be. It's probably going to be in the range of 60 feet by 60 feet. And so I'm going to step that off here, kind of mark it off and see where I think it would be best, because my back fence is back here on this tree row, and if I put the doors north to south, which would be this direction, I want to make sure that I can go out the shop, turn around before I get to that fence row. So I also have this old shed, which, man, this shed is, it's sentimental to me. I'm probably going to have to take it down because I only have little over 3 acres here, about 3.25. And so I need the space. It's in kind of the ideal spot to build a shop. But the reason this thing's sentimental to me is because my grandpa built this, and he built this in the early 80s, and he's gone now. I bought this place, and it's one of those things where, you know, he would want me to tear it down, but I grew up around it, and I saw him work out of it, and so it's just one of those sentimental things where I'm having a hard time thinking about tearing it down. But one thing I have thought about is if I can save some of the metal on this shop and maybe even some of the things in it and put it in my new one, I think that would be a great way to kind of keep this shop with me, even if I have to tear it down. I'll show you what I'm talking about as far as the metal for this thing. You can see right here, that metal right there is it's just really neat. You've got some rust in it, and this metal here has got a lot of flat areas on it. So I think it would be something that you could, I don't know, you could put it on one wall of an office or something in the new shop if I wanted to, kind of an accent wall. The rest of it is made of this corrugated tin, which, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the corrugated tin, but the stuff on the back, I am a big fan of. So I'm probably going to work this into the new one some way, somehow, but we'll figure that on down the line. We'll figure out how to do that. Okay, I'm sitting in front of the little shed right now, looking back out toward the road. Now, if the new shop is set back out that way just a little bit, that would be to the south. If it's set out to the south just a little bit, you can see my slope. Hopefully you can see that on camera, but over here, it's a little higher than it is down here. And I want to figure out if in about, I'd say probably 80 feet, I want to see what the drop is here. Now, the best way to do that is with a transit, but I don't have a transit here right now. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to go grab some stakes. I'm going to drive one in the ground over here. I'm going to put my string on the ground on that side. And then I'm going to come across here with another stake. And I'm going to tie a string in between them. And then I'll get a string level and put in the middle somewhere. And we'll get that level. And then I can measure on that end of the stake and see exactly how much that ground drops. Now, that's not going to be a perfect measurement. You need a transit for a perfect measurement, but it will tell me about how far that drop is. I'll get within a few inches, so I'll kind of know when I tell my concrete guy and my dirt guys kind of how much that drop is. So let's do that right quick. Here's what I'm going to be using to do it. Hammer, string level, string line. This is a 100-foot tape measure from Harbor Freight, and I'm going to use these two things as stakes. Okay, so I've got this done. This was a lot bigger slope than I thought it was going to be. I thought it might be a foot, 14 inches, something like that, but it ended up a little more. I want to show you what I did here. So right here, I drove a stake, and you can see right here, I've got my string tied level with the ground. I've also got my tape measure around that stake to keep it in place. Since I'm doing all this by myself, I've got to do some of that stuff, but you can see right here, the wind's blowing a little bit, but you can see right there that that's pretty level. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're just trying to figure out about what this is. Now you can see I had to get a much longer stake right here. And so what I'm going to do is measure from the ground to my string. So you can see right there, we're at about 27.5 inches. So our drop is a little over 2 feet from 60 feet that way to right here. Now I was going to go 80, but I decided the shop's going to be between 50 and 60, and it's probably going to be right here in this area. So I went 60 feet. I've got about a 2-foot drop. So whenever we're putting our concrete down, we got to consider that, because we're gonna have to do some dirt work to level this up, or we're gonna have to pour some concrete higher on this end than on that end, and maybe a little bit of both. But I will let my concrete guys figure that out. This is what I wanted to know as of right now. So now I'm gonna step off from about the back of this shed 60 feet this direction to see how far away from that shed, and kind of just how big that's going to be, and that way I can decide whether I want to move it back or forward. Okay, now guys, don't mistake what I'm doing right now for any part of the building process. This is part of the planning process and figuring out exactly how big something's going to be in a certain space, so that I can look at it and see what views am I blocking from my house, how big is this going to be, is it going to be massive and just block the sun or whatever. That's what all this is about. This is figuring out exactly where I want to put this shop. So don't mistake this as marking off your foundation or something like that. That's not what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to plan where I want it. So I'll show you why this is an important part of the process. When I marked from out there to here, I thought that this was going to be way bigger than 60 feet. Well, it wasn't. It was almost exactly 60 feet. So I missed that in my head. And then from the back of the shop forward, I thought I was going to go way further out than I actually go. I'll show you where I'm at. So I've got my 60 feet marked right here. You can see the 60 feet right there. Now there's the shed. Now this tape measure is going to the back wall of the shed. So if I go 60 feet and leave the back wall right where it's at, that's where I'm going to be. Very important, because there's my house. I like this view back this way toward the sun. It's very pretty in the evenings. I don't want to block that view from my house, so I want my shop to be setting as far back this way as I can get it, and still be able to turn before the fence row if I put a door on the back side. So it is actually a lot closer to the fence than I thought it would be. I thought, judging from my house, I thought that I was going to stick way further out and then I was going to block a lot of this view, but it don't look like that's the case. That's why you mark this off yourself, kind of look at where you want to plant it. Then when you have your concrete guys out here, your foundation guys out here, they will know about where to set this, and you can tell them where you want it, and they will set it square. They will put the forms, and they'll pour your foundation. They'll also do the dirt work if you need any dirt work. I'm probably going to need a little, but not a lot. 2 feet is what I measured here, but I'm thinking that a lot of this over here is kind of sandy, and so they're probably going to be able to move some of that sand and just get it out of the way. And but we'll let them decide all that and see what they need to do. They can tell me that when they get here. So this is going to be a really fun project for me. I've been wanting to do it for a long time, and I want to bring you guys with me throughout the entire process, from the financing to the end product and everything in between. I encourage you to comment on these videos. Let me know if there's something that you would do differently, or if there's something that you think I might want to add, or even if there's something I missed. I welcome the constructive criticism. And of course, I know there'll be you guys out there that think I'm doing everything wrong. Y'all comment too. I can't promise I'm going to get back to you because it's just not worth it. But anyway, I hope most of you enjoy this process, and I'm going to try to give you as much information as possible. So subscribe to the channel, like the video, and stay tuned for the next one.